Hello, you guys. So I am in the process of swatching the Mungyo oil pastels. And of course, I had to start the video camera after I swatched the first one because it was so beautiful. I cannot even explain how pretty these really are, and I'm so blown away that they are. I had heard that they were really nice, and I'm a Sennelier fan, so I like the Sennelier. They're real soft and beautiful. And then I've tried Caran d'Ache, and the Caran d'Ache crayons I'm not really crazy about. I feel like they're way too waxy. So I was kind of on the fence about these because they were so inexpensive. But I thought, well, since I'm doing all of these series, I thought, well, maybe let's swatch them and see if they're any good, because this might be a great add-on for beginners. And you know what? I am only I've only just swatched the first one, which is salmon pink. And I don't know if you can see exactly how pink this is, but it really is like a light salmon pink. It's beautiful. So it goes down on a granulated, like on a rough piece of watercolor paper, just like a pastel. I mean, it's really beautiful. You can get a lot of like that dry brushing effect. And I kind of really like that idea, that I can get that effect from it. You know what I mean? So, and it feels really moist, and it does feel like an oil pastel. You can kind of smooth it, but it doesn't really come off in your fingers. So it's not really that bad. It's not going to be like a chalky pastel, where it's going to come off and go everywhere, which is probably a great thing because sometimes pastels can be super messy, and that's okay. But like, you don't always want to messy anything around watercolor. And I was looking for something for the upcoming course to layer over watercolor. And lo and behold, this is it. So as I'm sitting here and just kind of gently swatching these out, I'm like, wow, they're beautiful. And they really do. They do just kind of like swatch out so easily. You can do washes, you can do, you can get nice effects with them. And depending on how many strokes you go back and forth to swatch, you can get really, really light washes, like with transparency. I love it. And I like the fact that it doesn't feel really waxy. So, yeah, look how beautiful that is. I don't know if, I mean, the camera kind of looks a little ochre to me, but this is definitely salmon pink. And I tried to adjust my camera to see if I could get it, but it's just one of those colors, I think, that is going to show up strange. So let's just go on to the next one. This one comes with white too, but I'm not going to swatch it because what's the point? You can't see it. What we could do though is I could put a little line over here and we'll just see how opaque it is. Hopefully this gel pen is waterproof, because I wasn't really thinking that I was going to swatch and need something to write on. Okay, so this next one, these are made in Korea. I did not know that. Is yellow. But yeah, these are just so pretty. So the yellow is really brilliant. As you can see, it looks like a cad yellow to me. So that is really nice because you could probably mix it with salmon and get a sunflower yellow. You know what I mean? Really pretty. So let's go ahead and we're gonna do it here. And then we're gonna just do like a lighter wash over here. So this is a more concentrated wash. Yeah, this one's nice too. I've heard that there's no lightfast information. So this is a sketchbook kind of situation. You know what I mean? If you want something that's like more professional grade, definitely go with the Sennelier, but they're really expensive. So if you want to start getting into layering into your sketchbooks, this is perfect because it's inexpensive. It's a way to start working with oil pastels and just kind of get your feet wet as a beginner. And this does a really beautiful kind of like very, very light, transparent wash. And I love the fact that these go to a transparency that is just really pretty. So you've got, again, see if I can show you. So you've got like the dry brush effect on the rough paper, and then you have a really brilliant, look at how nicely that washed out. It was great. And then you have a very, very pale, translucent, like a transparent wash. Doesn't get any better than that for a very inexpensive set of pastels. Let's check out the next one. Let's see how many of these actually come out nice. So the yellow orange is always a great color. Yellow orange is great to mix with this cad yellow and develop a sunflower color. So as usual, I love the kind of dry brush look. And you know what? They really don't come off. They're not coming off on my fingers. So the oil in them is making them, they're not greasy. They feel better than a crayon. They feel smoother, like buttery. It's almost like you're smoothing butter, but they're not that soft, right? I'm trying to think of what they feel like. I think on this one, I'm going to mix some of this and see if I can get that sunflower color. There, so I added some of that. So this is the orange. And the orange kind of looks the same on the camera as what I see. The orange is this really like sunflowery. It's not like a fluorescent orange. It's got a lot of depth and dimension to it. It is very much a yellow orange. And oh my gosh, look at that. So if you were to draw out, look at this, you draw out the transparent side of it and it gives you that beautiful yellow that you usually get in a watercolor. That is really cool. So if I mix it, oh yeah, definitely. You're getting the sunflower color. That's insane. Out of an oil pastel, you know, that just products sometimes just get better and better. So again, these are made in Korea. They did a great job. I cannot believe how well these blend and mix together. These are going to be so much fun to use in a sketchbook. And again, if you're doing prints, you're fine because you don't have to worry about lightfast. I would probably, if you were going to give it, like maybe do cards or something with it, then that's not a big deal either. I'm sure these will last quite a while. I don't think that they're going to disappear that quickly. It takes a lot more than that. So the next one is, let's see, orange. So just orange. Lots of colors. Boy, this is what the 24 set. Oh, that orange is nice. That's a really brilliant orange. I'm just going to need like one line of that and that's it because, oops. Oh, that's great. That is just like a fire orange. It's so nice. I mean, just right there between these three colors leading into that salmon. I mean, wow, you could get a beautiful sunset. Literally, just draw the sunset in and then just start washing it down with one of your brushes. Okay, let's see how transparent this one is. So once even though this is rough paper, which I feel these do better on rough paper because you want it to grab a hold of the watercolor and kind of break it off or break it off of the crayon. But I love that I can literally use water and just draw it down, and it's a gorgeous transparent color. Look at that. You could, I mean, you can literally do washes. How pretty are those? They're so pretty. Okay, next. Yeah, I'm thrilled. I really am. I think this is a wonderful set. So far, I am really super impressed by it, and I highly recommend it. Sometimes these go on sale too, on top of the fact that they're already really inexpensive. I've heard people have gotten these for as like little as $9, or run into like a Michael's store or something and really seen great sales on them. This is a beautiful red. This is almost like a brick red, the vermilion. That's really pretty. If you're doing urban city scenes, oh, this would be fun. We should definitely, when I do my urban sketching class, I'm going to bring these into it, because these would be so much fun to use in urban watercolors. Just to like get your lines in, to make it easier. Oh, that's a beautiful color. You could paint Italy with this color. It's just insane. It's kind of like, God, it's got the most beautiful shades of almost tomato. And it's got like almost a very, very rich look, like a brick color, kind of like one of the colors of the brick. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. So it's a little more orange in reality, a little more tomato than you're seeing on the camera. The camera looks a little more red. I wonder if I can adjust that. Yeah, maybe. Did I adjust it? Kind of. It's a little more orange than it is on the camera, just so you know. But a great color. Amazing. This one is Red Rouge Rojo. Red. So this is just a standard red. Oh, wow. This one has, it's like a blue red. It's got pinks. It's got like a pink quality to it. Insane. So don't worry about if it has this coating on it. That's totally no big deal. That will come off. And it, as you can tell, it doesn't have anything to do with the clarity of the color. So far, my paper is really clear too. Now this isn't 100% cotton paper that I'm doing. This one is the sketchbook I made, the Bockingford sketchbook I made. So this isn't even 100% cotton. Can you imagine what this will do on my Arches sketchbook when I do it in my class? And by the way, if you are thinking about learning more about watercolor, you've got to take my beginners journaling class. It's a class on illustrative journaling, so telling your story in your sketchbook, jotting down memories and painting. So in the class, I'm going to be using all kinds of mixed media, mostly watercolor, and giving you all the good tips on how to use your watercolors, how to get the best out of your materials, how to work with granulation is in there. That was a really fun one to record. I did swatching, and just there's like everything a beginner really needs to know about watercolor, and using a sketchbook and journaling and putting that together. I think you'll love it. And then I have plans to break off of that one into like an urban sketching journal course. Oh, I just did that one, right? I didn't even need a lot. Like, did you see how concentrated that is? I used a tiny little bit. I have to say right now, these are so much fun. I dare say these are different than Sennelier ones and the other sets that I have. Much different. They're very soft. And they do kind of feel like a crayon, but not waxy. You don't have to work hard to put these on paper at all. That you don't need a lot of pressure. But yet they're not coming off in my hands, which is great. I think I'm going to love the magenta. Okay, let's move everything up a little bit. What a pretty color this is. This would be great for flowers. It's so pretty. It does a nice job. I think I'm shaking the camera a little bit from going back and forth. Let me see if I can do it without. Oh, the wash is gorgeous. Have you seen a color that you didn't love so far, though? I mean, would you like not run right out and get these? So I want to see if I can get magenta just a little bit more concentrated. Is that possible? Let's just add a layer. Oh, here's something else. So you can apply this wet. I wonder if, like, the crayons, if you can... You can get a little bit off, but not really. You really just, you can put water down. Oh, that's neat. Okay, so you can put water down. We're going to try that on the next one. And literally, it's even smoother. So if you put it on dry paper, I see. Okay, I just learned something. I love learning new things. Lavender. Okay, so here's the deal. If you put it on paper first, it rides on the top of the paper. So you get that textured look, which is really cool, right? Got to have the textured look. That's awesome. If you put it on water, so if you put it on water, so I'm just going to wet this area and then I'm going to put it over the water, and it still has a little bit of texture, but not nearly what it was, and you get a more concentrated effect. So that is killer. It makes it even easier to lay it down. Look at that. And then as the paper gets wet, oh, look at that. Yeah, so once the paper is wet a little bit, so I would probably wet the paper, and then the area that you're working, just make sure that that's fairly saturated, fairly wet, not just light, because then it just, yeah, you can get almost complete coverage. And then my wash, look at that. I'm just going to bring it over. Oh, I love that smooth wash. It's beautiful. Graduated and everything. Yeah. Okay. Already saying lots of good things about these. What do you think, guys? These are nice, right? They're really nice. Okay, so the next one is violet. I'm still not making a mess. This is good for me. This is like a very, very deep plum color. I'm gonna bring the wash over from the swatch, because I don't think I even need to do... Oh yeah, God, what a beautiful purple. So this is like an imperial purple. It has, like, on the wash, it looks very pink, almost like Danielle Smith's imperial purple, where that one's like a granulating purple to pink. This one has that undertone of pink, you know? But of course, these aren't granulating, although with the way that they settle on the rough paper, they could be. See how dark this will get. Well, this one grabs onto the rough a lot and doesn't settle down inside the grooves of the paper as much. I really love the look, and the color's beautiful. That's really pretty. And look how dark that plum pigment is. That's really nice. Don't you agree? It's really, really pretty. Okay, I need to move this up a little bit. Let's move my tea so it's not in the way. I'll put it over here. Yeah, these are so good. I like them. I like them. You're like, yes, I know. I know you like them. Okay, what's the next one? Interesting how they arrange them. I'm just going to swatch them in the same way they arrange them. I kind of feel like this dark ochre, though. I feel like I should be doing the blues. You know what? I'm going to rearrange them. Never mind. Yeah. Let's put the blues here. Because I can't. I don't want to swatch the browns next to the purple. Oh, Prussian would be great there. And then cobalt. Okay. So we're going to do cobalt and then Prussian. And then sky blue. Then the lighter blue. And then we'll do the greens. So I've got to move everything over, because that's going to be a nicer looking swatch. Okay, so then that one, and that one, and this one, and this one. There we go. Yep, I know. Can't help myself, but it'll look nicer. Cobalt. So if you haven't caught the unboxing video from Jackson's, I just recently had a birthday, and I have gotten so many cool things to share with you guys on this channel. Mostly motivated through the courses that I'm doing right now, because I'm recording a ton of courses. And you know how you always have a wish list? Well, my wish list had grown. I really hadn't gotten into buying a whole lot, because I had a whole lot of watercolor from the first couple of years that I was just messing around with it and really kind of just developing what I wanted to do with it. And so my wish list grew, and I ran into Jackson's sale, and it was my birthday, so I just kind of went nuts. So I've got like Schmincke stuff everywhere. Sennelier. I'm still waiting on the set from Schmal. Can't remember what the name of them is. Schmal. It's from Poland. I can't wait. And I'm still waiting as well. Like, I'm on a wait list for Egg Gallo, because I really want to try some Egg Gallo watercolor, but everything I wanted was sold out. So I didn't jump on that one fast enough. Oh, so the purple actually did get on my fingers a little bit. No big deal though. Oh, look at that Prussian. It's so nice. It's like a really deep, kind of like an indigo. Let's see how it swatches. And again, the way these layer, you could easily, if you want this to be a little bit more, more blue, let's see what it looks like first. You could easily put the cobalt with it. Prussian. Okay. Oh, it's pretty. Yeah, it's kind of got that, this Prussian has the look of like a neutral blue. So like if you were swatching, I'm trying to think of what I just recently swatched that had this color in it. Oh, I know what it is. It's this one. It's the Schmincke limited edition blue set. Yeah, it's got the look of the indigo from this set. This indigo has that look, and the dark blue kind of have that look. Yep, definitely. It's beautiful. I see that the crayon part of it wants to really ride high on the tooth of the watercolor, but if you just work it a little bit, it almost has, oh no, it's got a really nice transparency. What a beautiful blue. You know, they did right, don't you think? They did really well in this range of colors. This small 24 pack is just really everything you need and so much more. It's beautiful. Okay, we're gonna just do that white up here. Hopefully this will not bleed. Okay, so it's pretty decent as far as the transparency. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add white here. And we're going to mix the white with a little cobalt to see if it does like a pastel color. So white mixed with cobalt, just to see what we get. Aha, now I'm starting to get it on my fingers. Okay, so let's just drown that out. Yeah, it does. So the white will definitely give you pastel. That's really interesting. It's nice. I like that. That's really interesting. Does it make it opaque? Kind of a little bit. Not really. I don't know. I mean, it covers the white. It covers the white line. But look at the, like, there's a kind of like a white look to the swatch. Can you see that? Hopefully. I don't know. I think you can. Okay, where am I? I'm going to go to the next one. So this one is sky blue. The weather's gotten so nice here. It was back in the 70s. So excited because when it gets hot, it was actually got up to 90 degrees, which is tremendously hot for Canada. You know, it's just not something that I really want to deal with anymore. I love the, it's almost as if it did it so that we would be like, okay, we're ready for fall. Because I really was hanging on to summer. But then when I got that shot of actual summer, I was like, I'm ready for fall. Really ready. The sky blue is beautiful. It's very much like a cerulean blue. Very much. Almost like a heliocerulean, very light shade of it. But I'm going to see if we can get any more depth of color from this one. So once I put the water on, yeah, so I can actually go over it again. And we have even more color. If you're wondering what, I'm actually painting with one of the new travel brushes that came in. This is the Escoda Ultimo size 6. I'm saving the rest of the brushes for separate videos because I just have to do them right. I can't just throw them in there. That's really pretty. Beautiful colors, beautiful. Okay, I'm going to move these so I can give more swatching room. I don't want to cover my swatches here so you guys can see everything. And let's just put them there maybe? No, because then it's too far from you. I guess I do have to go here. Oh, there we go. Okay, we'll move this over. And that way you can see. Okay, you should be able to see a full-on view of what's going on with these. There we are. Good. Where is that? Okay, so now we're doing the light one, and this is the light blue. Really pretty blue. There isn't even one color in here that isn't absolutely beautiful. This one you have to press a little harder to go on, but again, it's a light blue, and I'm probably thinking I want a lot more color from it than it's meant to give. Yeah, no, this one doesn't. It really is a light blue. It does not react like the sky blue does, it takes a little more work. Let's see what happens when the, but I do like the dry brush side of just laying the pastels down. It does give you like more coverage though, and it sinks into the tooth once the page is wet. So you can get like that really deep, solid shade of sky blue. And it's a little more, the sky blue is a little more aqua shade than, no, the sky blue is a little more bluer shade than the light blue. The light blue is a little more turquoise. Kind of hard to see on the thing, but this one definitely has more blue, and this one has, the light blue looks more like the cobalt, you know, like a turquoise. So that would be the closest to cobalt turquoise. Cobalt green. Cobalt green has gotten a lot of play lately. It's been all over the place because it's one of the highly granulating colors, and everybody's been talking about the Schmincke super granulating colors, which is basically taking granulating colors and mixing them together so that there's two granulating colors making up another color, you know? So everybody's talking about it, but cobalt green seems to be at center stage these days. That cobalt green in this is just gorgeous. Ugh, that's gorgeous. This really looks a lot like the Schmincke's Phthalo turquoise. That's one of my favorite colors, and it is the smoothest. I mean, look at how smooth that became. It's beautiful. That really smoothed out. What a great, they have a total win with that one. I think that's my favorite one so far. You know? I'm trying to get these out so you can see. Yeah, I think that's my favorite one so far. Cadmium green. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, it's like a Kelly green or like a Viridian. Very vivid green. Yeah, that's like a traditional, really, really vivid green. It's got a lot of blue in it. It's really pretty too. Very bright. You could layer this and mix it with some of the others. You could probably get, if you mix it with Prussian, then it will definitely kill some of the really brightness, but you'll still get that vivid green. Oh, and it just, yeah, it just smoothed right out. It's beautiful. Look at how pretty that color is. That's really pretty. Beautiful colors. It's addicting. Oh, this is like a May green. In the Schmincke 48 color watercolor set that I got, the box set, there's a May green in there that I just love. It's also in this palette, I think. Wait, it's either the Botanical palette. No, it's definitely not this. Oh yeah, it is Botanical palette. That's it. So this one, this May green, it looks just like this. It really does. I should just leave these open so I can see how close they are. See, the Prussian is not as blue as the Prussian in this set. This set is more like an indigo. But Prussians are always different in all watercolors, so I assume they're different, you know, per brand. But that's why I said if you mix some cobalt with this Prussian, you would get more of the Schmincke's really, really beautiful Prussian, you know. But this is very much like the May green. May green's an awesome color. This is so much fun. You can mix May green with just about anything. This May green has like a a yellow, a very, very bright yellow undertone. So just like that, it's exactly like that when you swatch it out. It almost, you can almost see the yellow, like you can see the sunshine in it, you know? Oh, it's not called May Green, but I want to call it May Green. This is yellow green. Looks just like the May Green. Next is Olive. Olive has been in every set lately. Like every set that I have has an olive green. Like in this set, there's a um, permanent green olive in the Botanical set from Schmincke. If you're good with your hands and you like drawing, definitely get this set, because you can not only use it as a complement to your watercolors to add depth and texture when you need it, you know, because sometimes watercolors can be really fussy. If you go over them too much, you end up with just like a big blob. This would be a way around that, you know, as you get to try and get better at mixed media. The olive green is a little bit streaky. I'm going to add a little bit. Every time I put the crayon away, then all of a sudden that's the one I need. Oh, okay. So again, whenever you see it streaking, just go back over it with a little bit of water. And then it just becomes like the nicest, smoothest, most beautiful color. I can say though, this one is not smoothing out as much. There's actually some of the material is kind of just not dissolving as well. But it's great dry. Wet, it kind of is leaving little bits, so it doesn't want to dry that well. It's not like, yeah, it's just not dissolving like the other ones. So that could be a fluke, or that just could be the nature of this particular color. So I'm actually going to take these little pigment pieces off. Yeah, so it's kind of a very light avocado, like the very light flesh, inner flesh of the avocado. But dry, it's nice. I just don't think I would use that color wet. That's the first color I haven't really loved. I do like it dry though. So now we're going to do some of these browns. And this one's very moist again. So the olive was the only one that wasn't really that moist. This is dark brown. Doesn't matter though, because this whole set's beautiful. You're getting so much out of this set for not a lot of money. Again, to have this much color and usability in a set, you know, it's not a big deal if one color isn't as soluble as the rest, but it's doing okay. It looks all right. It just, a lot of the material kind of stayed with it and didn't dissolve as it should. It's like not as milky and transparent, although the wash was really nice. The wash looks great. This dark brown is very handy, and it makes a really nice, like very kind of like almost a skin tone shade in a wash. So it'd be good for highlights and like lowlights in the skin. Could do a light wash of it. I'll show you what I mean. Kind of looks like a tan skin tone. See? Let me move my picture. Moving myself around the screen. So yeah, so it's got like a really nice kind of like a tan skin tone color, and the dark brown is a nice wash. Did a decent job in the wash. Almost done, guys. Pretty exciting though, huh? These colors. I'm still dark ochre. I have not seen a dark ochre in so long. That's crazy. What is going on here? This is totally not like, why did they call this dark ochre? This is not at all. I mean, I would have called this like Indian red or English Venetian red. It's more like that. And this is marked dark ochre. Yeah, that is one pencil that I don't agree with the color name at all, because it is very much like Venetian red or like a Indian red. So the color best described as it's very smooth when you wet it, though. It's nice. It's got shades of like undertones of like a warm flesh color, like a pinky kind of tone. So it would make a great pink skin tone color when you wash it out. It's definitely not dark ochre, though. I don't know where they got that color from. It's very much Venetian red. Looks just like Venetian red or like Indian red. And it would make a good skin tone, like good flesh tones. Both of these together, you could actually use both of them together to make flesh tones so that you would have the lights and darks and the shadows. And raw sienna. Wonder if I'm going to get all these shades on this one thing. I've only got 3 shades left. I think I can make it if I put the black up there. So the raw sienna, I don't know if it looks like raw sienna. I mean, it's definitely not burnt sienna. It's not as orange as burnt sienna. I'm trying to think of what, I recently swatched a color very similar to this and I did not love it. I'm not crazy about this raw sienna, but, oh, it does wash nice though. It's got a nice transparent wash and it looks like a suntan skin tone. Yeah, so this would be great for portraits. This would be a really nice set for portraits. Really would. Okay, last 2, right? Did I do this one? Oh no, this is ochre. Almost there. Just going to try and not waste any space so I can get them all on here. So our ochre, I don't know, I feel like this color, is it like a yellow ochre? It's darker. It's darker than yellow ochre. But maybe not in the wash. Okay, so it's pulling yellow, but they just call it ochre. So it's more yellow than the raw sienna. So it does give you like a yellow skin tone color, like a yellow flesh color. Yeah. Okay, it's close to ochre. And it's the last one for the bottom here, and then we will just put the black up on top. It's pretty gray. Dark gray. We managed to fit them all on here. And then let me just put the black up here. So the gray is interesting. it's kind of got a green, a little bit of a green look to it, almost like there's undertones of cobalt, or even of, yeah, undertones of cobalt. That's what I would say. Very, very light undertones, but they're definitely there. I mean, you're not going to see any blue like the cobalt turquoise, but it's got that, it's got like an undertone. I don't know if you can tell, but it definitely has, you kind of see a little bit of the green, like a green gray. Gorgeous though, really beautiful. And you could always add some blue, like you, again, you can add a touch of Prussian to this, and then you're going to flip it a little bit more. When I paint with them, I'm not going to paint with them today, but on another video, I'm going to be doing a lot of painting with them in the course as well, layering and stuff like that. So there's the black. And I'll just kind of swatch off the corner here. Oh, the black's lovely. It's actually, you can achieve a very, very dark inky black, which is kind of very handy. And come out to like a warm gray. That's really nice. It's beautiful. You can add blues to that. You can do a lot with something like that. Okay, guys, so there we are. Look at those colors. Look at the black. Can you see it? It's really nice, right? They look truly like watercolors. I mean, if you like to use your hands and you like to draw a lot, or you want a layering, you know, something to be able to layer, this is definitely the set to do it with. It's not only economical, so it's right on budget, but you get a really nice range of colors for $24. I mean, that's insane, and I'm really happy. I'm pleased with the way it looks. It's even drying vivid. It's staying there. I love the washes. The washes are just luscious. They're so pretty, and it was very, very easy just to do the color, and I don't feel like they wear down that quickly. So you could do quite a lot of paintings and layers and stuff in your sketchbook. I like that a lot. I'm going to be in upcoming videos doing the Inktense pencils by Derwent, as well as the watercolor pencils by Derwent. So if this is something you're interested in, then subscribe to the channel, because that's coming up. I also have more brush reviews. There are some already on the channel. More Schmincke palettes are coming in, the ceramic palettes coming in, and we've already done these botanicals that you should really go check those out, because these were just beautiful. So was the blue set. The blue set is this one. It's a special edition tin by Schmincke, for those of you who are Schmincke fans. And it comes with these colors, and then I added some additional colors, and I'll be painting and swatching those out. It's just really nice. This is a special limited edition ice blue that came with this tin. So these are beautiful. I would say this or this one definitely is perfect for any stage. If you're a beginner and you're looking for your first set, I would get this. I love this square tin, and I love the silver tin. They're available right now at Jackson's and on Amazon, or the Botanicals. So it just depends on what you're really into. If you want more of these, this range of colors, then do the Botanical. If you love blues as much as I do, then you can add a few extra colors to it and make your blue set into something spectacular like I have. But in any case, there is a full review on both of those on this channel, so you guys can go and check it out on YouTube. All right, so there are our oil pastels. Overall, I love these. Definitely going to be using them a lot. I love it for layers, to just get my fingers on things, and I particularly like the way they wash. I think that that is just such an added benefit that makes it so flexible. I like the fact that they're not really waxy, because waxy pastels just don't really fly well with me, and that's why I don't like the Caran d'Ache ones. I think the Caran d'Ache ones, it's such a great idea, right? But they are really like just, I feel like they're more a hobbyist than they are professional, but yet they're so expensive that they should be they should perform better than they do. I don't like the waxiness to them. It leaves like a wax on the page. And yeah, if you saw the samples, they're okay, but they're not great. These are so much better and literally a fraction of the cost. I would much rather have these. All right, guys, happy painting. Let me see what you're painting out there. Definitely come over to Facebook or Instagram and tag me up so that I can see what's going on. All the links are in the description box below, and I will see you guys again soon.